check it, check it. Hey, people. For me, a ringleader, mad party bleeder. Make this world a storm, lead after lead after leader. Hey, can you dig it? I come alive, y'all, give me what you got. Back up, come shake up, pump your fist up. You check the side of no buckshot, to bust, slip on the morning like a kid. Wanna make it feel alright, move it up all night. Body rock, show me what you got. Let go, break it. Slip on the morning like a kid. Wanna make it feel alright, move it up all night. Body rock, show me what you got. Let go, break it. Check it, check it, check it out, check it, check it out, check it, check it, check it out, check it, check it out, check it, check it, check it out, check it, check it out, check it, check it, check it out, check it, check it out, check it, check it, check it out, check it, check it out, check it, check it, check it out, check it, check it out, check it, check it, check it out, check it, check it out, check it, check it, check it. Hey, people. Check it out, check it, check it, check it. Check it, check it. Hey, people. For me, a ringleader, mad party bleeder. Make this world a storm, lead after lead after leader. Hey, can you dig it? I come alive, y'all, give me what you got. Back up, come shake up, pump your fist up. You check the side of no buckshot, to bust, slip on the morning like a kid. Wanna make it feel alright, move it up all night. Body rock, show me what you got. Let go, break it. Slip on the morning like a kid. Wanna make it feel alright, move it up all night. Body rock, show me what you got. Let go, break it. Check it, check it, check it out, check it, check it out, check it, check it, check it out, check it, check it out, check it, check it, check it out, check it, check it out, check it, check it, check it out, check it, check it out, check it, check it, check it out, check it, check it out, check it, check it, check it out, check it, check it out, check it, check it, check it out, check it, check it out, check it, check it, check it. Hey, people.
up, everyone? And yeah, we are live playing some Mario Kart, and we may be joined by some guests later on, but in the meantime, I'll go ahead and start up the game. And I also just notified folks that we have gone live, so we should be good to go there whenever we get up and running. So yeah, hope everyone's having a good Saturday so far. Let's see. Okay, cool. So I just posted the links to everyone, so yeah, we shall see what happens from here. I'll go ahead and check out some single player action while we're anticipating getting up and running for another Kart Cup race or Grand Prix. Yeah, whatever we want to call it, whatever this game calls it. But yeah, cool. What's up, folks on Twitch, folks on YouTube? Yeah, I do dual stream, so I try to keep an eye on both chats at the same time to make sure I'm not missing anyone who comes and greets us. So yeah, cool. I'll go ahead and do some warm-ups. It's probably good that I'm starting out doing some warm-ups now before getting online to play, folks. But yeah, let's go ahead and check out Dry Bones, Dry Boy. Yes, love to see it. Love those wheels. Big fan. Cool. Ooh, little button wheels, maybe. Yeah, let's check that out. That's what's up. Cool, let's check out some of the newer tracks. Let's see. Love Paris Promenade. Yeah, let's do that Grand Prix. And let's see. I think we have Nate over in the chat on YouTube. What's up, Nate? Good to see you. Yeah, if you would like to join, I can drop you a link to the StreamYard if you'd like. I'll be covering some Doctor Strange spoilers, though, shortly once some guests arrive. But you're welcome to play online as well. Just let me know if you'd like to join. I'm doing well. Just finished cooking lunch and cleaning up. Also did some laundry earlier. That was really fun. And well, by fun I mean like it's kind of a necessary task I need to do. I'm a big fan of doing laundry though, so it is kind of fun for me. I know it's probably not the most exciting thing to talk about for everyone else. Wow, I am just not doing the best right now. I think it's this combination of wheels and the trike, whatever that I'm using. But yeah, it's also a warm-up to get myself like in the mental space to actually try and play this game well, which we all know I don't play this game well, so yeah. Anyway, cool. So yeah, like Doctor Strange though, like without getting into too many spoilers, I really enjoyed the movie. I felt that it was an homage to basically like, well, backtracking a bit, so like not so much an homage but like a celebration of Sam Raimi's career. What's up, John? Good to see you. How are you doing today? Yeah, we're just talking about Doctor Strange. So I saw Multiverse of Madness a couple days ago, and I just sort of like took a couple days off from streaming to just sort of relax and focus on some IRL stuff and rest. So that was pretty cool. Oh, and hey, Amy, how are you doing over on Twitch? Pogs. Yeah, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness was very pogs indeed. Very poggers. Hope you're doing well. So yeah, like initial impressions of the film, like I said, it was a celebration of Sam Raimi's career, in my opinion. Like, kind of going all the way back to the original Evil Dead movies. Those were huge call-outs in a lot of like the visual effects as well as the character acting too. And Amy says it's Aomi, don't worry about the filler username. Okay, no problem. I just wanted to try and pronounce your username in case other folks weren't familiar with your name that you preferred to be called. But I will definitely call you Aomi for sure. Sorry if I'm still mispronouncing it. Yeah, so some like high-level overview things that I enjoyed of Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness. The visual cues to Sam Raimi's career. Like I am kind of going over. It's basically a kind of like a visual sort of like motif of everything that, or a lot of things that are signature callouts, or just like signature callouts for Sam Raimi's filmmaking style in terms of like cinematography, lots of very like unique camera decisions were made. Sorry, I'm also trying to keep an eye on the game too while I'm thinking about what my feelings are about this movie. So we got Hans in the chat. What's up, Hans? Good to see you. Hans, if you're available and want to come and play Mario Kart, you're more than welcome. Just let me know and I'll pause and send you a link. Ami, okay, great, awesome. Thank you so much, Ami, for explaining how to pronounce your name. I really appreciate it. Mike Hawk in the house. What's up, Mike? Hi, Ray. I'm curious how the Mario Kart Online works for people without DLC. I suppose there is an online grouping limited to only people with those new tracks. Oh, so I actually tested this out when the DLC first came out. So I'm able to host the online session between friends, and my friends have access to the new tracks by way of me selecting them. I think from what I've seen for how online works, the track selection system is by vote. So I vote for like my newer tracks, and my friends who are playing the game with me have access to those tracks depending on where the selector by chance lands. So it's kind of like a lottery system. At least that's how I've seen it work when I've played online. Like, there are 4 new tracks in this DLC pack that I can select as someone who paid for the DLC or who has access to it through my Nintendo Switch Online service subscription. And my friends who don't have access to it, they can still race on those tracks if I select one of the newer tracks and the track selector lands on it by like the whatever lottery system or whatever it does. Ami says, you're spot on. Yay, thank you so much, Ami. And DC Talks with Extended in the house. What's up, DC? So yeah, Mike, I hope that makes sense. Like, one person out of the group can have access to the tracks. They select one, then the game kind of like goes through like a lottery system to see like which one is selected, and if one of the new tracks is selected, then everyone can play on it. So yeah, like Doctor Strange though. So I was like thinking throughout the moments leading up to the movie that it was going to be underwhelming and I would not be super excited with what I would see on screen, but I was pleasantly surprised, and I think that's a good rule of thumb to just kind of like go in with as low expectations as possible or as little expectations as possible. That way you aren't like disappointed, and then whatever the outcome is, most likely it'll be better than what you anticipated. So yeah, just not anticipating anything basically, then you can't go wrong either way. Because the movie ended up being much better than I could imagine. I felt so like I didn't want the movie to end basically. I just wanted it to keep going. I was a little kind of in despair over Wanda's tribulations in the movie. She is just a tragic character, probably one of the most tragic characters ever in the Marvel Cinematic Universe anyway. I am not like, an expert on the source material or the cinematic universe, so you're gonna have to forgive me if I get some information incorrect. I'm sure there are other tragic characters as well, but yeah, just in regards to the Multiverse of Madness and Wanda, yeah, her story is pretty much the catalyst for a lot of the events that take place, as well as like the events that took place in No Way Home, the Spider-Man No Way Home movie that came out at the end of last year. So yeah, getting back to the movie itself. It's kind of hard to judge the movie on its own merits as far as like execution of story and character motivations being fully like, you know, fleshed out, because a lot of it is sort of vested in the audience having prior knowledge on a basic level as far as like who these characters are and, you know, what led them to their current, you know, place in the world where we see them in the movie at the beginning. So I'll do my best as far as like the way that the movie was executed, like cinematically. I felt that it was a great movie, like very, very well made anyway, as far as like how the camera decisions, the shot selection, the writing, and how the characters interacted too. Mike says, makes perfect sense. Yeah, definitely. Thanks for asking, Mike. And yeah, so I would love to know if other folks have seen the movie already. It's something that is still sort of like lingering in my brain because it was just one movie that I did not have like the biggest, you know, hopes for going in, and I'm just like very much pleasantly surprised at how much of a good experience I had while I was watching it. So yeah, John says, are you looking forward to Thor: Love and Thunder, and have you seen the new picture on Twitter? Oh, so I did see the new, well, to answer your first question, yes, I am excited for Thor: Love and Thunder. That was the movie I was looking forward to seeing the most, actually. So I wished I was seeing Thor: Love and Thunder before Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, but now I'm just like, no, I just want more Doctor Strange. I want more multiverse. I want more Wanda, Scarlet Witch. But yeah, Thor: Love and Thunder, I am excited to see. I would like to try and do some rewatching. I probably won't, honestly. I didn't do any rewatching of any content up to Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, just because like I was exhausted, didn't really have time and all this other stuff, so I opted to just go in having just finished watching Moon Knight. So yeah, I guess we could talk about Moon Knight too. But anyway, yeah, Thor: Love and Thunder new content that was released on Twitter of Jane Foster and Thor. Yeah, like Natalie Portman as Jane Foster is looking great. She is shredded, like very like muscular, very like looking like she's like a very like capable, you know, actress for playing Thor, or the female version of Thor. So yeah, that's kind of what I am what I'm feeling so far is like some cautious optimism, I guess. Like I said before, I'm trying not to have too many expectations, but it's hard because we also know that we're gonna see the Guardians again in this film, the Asgardians of the Galaxy. I'm really excited because Guardians is my favorite Marvel Cinematic Universe IP outside of Black Panther. So yeah, it's just building up my my expectations a little bit, just because like I'm very much biased to this this group of characters. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. Christine the Killer Cat in the house, or Killer Car in the house. Hey, at Rhea, good to see you, Christine. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so like, how are other folks feeling after getting off of seeing Multiverse of Madness? Do you feel that the movie lived up to your expectations? Did you have any expectations going in? I want to hear what y'all have to say. So I am just sort of playing Mario Kart in the meantime and just sort of vibing with y'all. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and check my messages really quick. Okay, cool. So yeah, everyone is notified that I am live and are hanging out. That's what's up. And yeah. Oh, an Original Seed in the house. Hi, Rhea. Happy Saturday. Hope you're having an awesome day. Good to see you, Original Seed. Yeah, are you at work right now? Cause yeah, you're welcome to come on and hang out if you want, but no pressure. Let's see, view results. I probably didn't get first. I forget how many points I got. I hope I'm somewhere in the middle though. I'm kind of a mid-tier player of this game, if you haven't already noticed. Mid-tier is like being generous though. Christine the Killer Car says, my daughter saw it, she hated it, and she loves all Marvel movies. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I definitely think a lot of Marvel movies are hit and miss, but this is, Multiverse of Madness is actually one of my favorite Marvel movies to date so far. Like, if I had to rank Marvel Cinematic Universe IPs that were my favorite, I'd probably say Black Panther, Guardians, and then Doctor Strange. Yeah, it's pretty high praise, but then again, I'm kind of a hardcore casual. Like, I know some of my other friends I stream with coined that phrase, so I'm kind of hijacking it from them. Let me see, I'm gonna go ahead and fix the camera a bit. Cool. So yeah, hardcore casual. I'm super into the Marvel Cinematic Universe and the DC Universe as far as like the movies that come out recently. So I try my best to keep up with that content. And I'm also trying to keep up with the TV content for Disney Marvel stuff too. Starting with Moon Knight, I have some backtracking to do with like WandaVision that would be really cool to get back into, or to get into, I should say, whenever I do get a chance. Original Seed Potion Sword Run says, yeah, at work, having some calamari for a quick snack in the office, just chilling. It's slow. Mother's Day will be lit. Oh yeah, Mother's Day. That's gonna be Tip City when folks in the service industry are gonna be at their busiest. I hear that that's like every restaurant's most busy time of year too. Let's see. I think I remember that bigger characters on bikes are like a good balance. I forget if that's like true or not, or if I misremembered, but let's see. Okay, yeah, let's do the next group of tracks. Let's see. Oh, and I just got my Evercade, and well, I've had my Evercade handheld thanks to Max from Mad Max Movies and Entertainment, but I also just got my first cartridge collection, the Pico Multi-Game Cartridge Collection Volume 1. So I'll be making some streams about that while we check out the 20 games that are on the cartridge. And I'll be using that footage on an upcoming review, which I'm really excited about. It should be awesome. And yeah, like, let's see what else. Yeah, so the Evercade handheld, it's a retro game console that is pretty popular these days as far as like being an inexpensive alternative to be able to play retro inspired games. A lot of the games that are on Evercade are newly developed, so they're retro inspired, or they're retro titles that were never completed and were acquired by new publishers to be completed and then published on physical media for the Evercade handheld. So the Evercade itself is well, there's multiple versions of it. There's a handheld version and a TV console, a console version, I should say. You don't necessarily have to play it on your TV. But yeah, there are just like so many different cartridge collections that are out. I was a little overwhelmed at like, well, where do I start? Like, if I wanted to even like get into this and check it out. So luckily the games themselves are pretty cheap, or I should say the cartridges. So like 20 games on a single cartridge was around like maybe like $25 after tax and shipping and all that other stuff, so not too bad. And these games are, a lot of them are like faster paced experiences, like beat 'em ups or shooters. They're also very like rich and expansive JRPGs, or I should say like RPGs, and yeah, the collection that I picked up, oh, and platformers, obviously, those are a big deal on the Evercade too. So I'm really, really excited to be able to check those out on stream. But yeah, cool. I got first place, so I guess the big character on a small trike formula does wonders. Let's see. Oh, and I also learned how to play my own music on stream, but it's kind of finicky. So like I can't really do it while I'm playing a game at the same time. So like if I were like doing one of my podcasts with like multiple guests and stuff, and I'm not playing a game at the same time, I could host an MP4 video file or something that has the music that I want to loop, and it'll just play in the background. So that is an option, which I'm really excited to try out in the future. But right now, while I'm hosting the video from my from my Switch, I can't really have the custom music right now. So I'm using the StreamYard default music right now, or one of the default music options. Mike says, I just got 3 new Evercade carts, Gremlin Renovation, and the Ever SD cart that can be used as a developer kit or to sideload other games. Oh, the Ever SD cart, nice. That sounds like something I would want. Because I have the Evercade handheld. I have the purple edition, which is really, really cool. And I like how it feels in my hand as a controller, but the screen itself, like, I guess like I'm kind of spoiling the review of the Evercade review a little bit. Playing it in handheld, the screen is like kind of hard to look at, especially because I spend several hours a day looking at very clear, very like, you know, pristine screens, like for work and for like when I'm playing, like on my Nintendo Switch, the OLED is just immaculate. So going to like a little Evercade screen is like not super ideal. So plugging it in via, it's mini HDMI to HDMI, by the way. So like you're gonna probably have to pick up a mini HDMI cable if you have an Evercade handheld. But basically, the handheld itself is a really nice feeling controller. Like if I have my Evercade handheld plugged in via mini HDMI to my monitor, that's a really comfortable playing experience for me anyway. So the buttons aren't as like nice feeling as like a Nintendo Switch Pro controller, but I mean, what is really? Like, I mean, unless it's like a PS5 controller or an Xbox Series X controller. Mike says, the screen is not the best on Evercade handheld. Yes, exactly, Mike. That's what I'm trying to say is, like, the Evercade handheld itself is a really nice feeling controller, and it's, like, nice and light, but not too light. Like, because it's nice to have some sense of weight to grip onto while you're playing. So, yeah, like, the SD cart that you mentioned sounds really, really interesting. I might have to pick that up too so I can load up some ROMs. Let's see. Okay, so while I was blabbling on and on about whatever Evercade nonsense that probably no one knows what I'm talking about other than Mike. Yeah, I just got 5th place. Aw. At least I'm in like the, what is it, 2nd place overall? Alright, let's go. Let's go to the next race. Sky City, or Sky Garden, I should say. I like how it has like Jack and the Beanstalk type of vibes. Just like the original game. 1, 2, 3, go! I always miss this dang boost. Yeah, let me know if the game audio, wait, no, there is no game audio. Let me know if the background music is kind of like killing the vibe, if it's like too loud, or if you want me to play something else. This is pretty much my favorite track to play as far as like StreamYard music goes. We got Sosa Fam Bam Bam in the house. Wanted to stop by and show some love. I gotta go to the store and pick up some supplies for the tournament tonight. I'll shoot you the thumbs up on the way out. Have a great stream. Peace. Good to see you, Sosa. Yeah, that tournament for Street Fighter the movie The Game. I'm really excited to catch that later on. So yeah, I will definitely be there. And enjoy the rest of your day. Let's see. Mike says, I have the Evercade Versus inside one of my old arcade 1-up cabs and was able to get the monitor set at perfect aspect ratio with no cropping. Oh, Mike, that's awesome. Mike, so like I was like asking you before, like, why don't you have a channel like with some content on it? Because you're very, very knowledgeable and you're in all these like retro and arcade game spaces, like contributing some pretty good knowledge. So I'm sure other folks would love to hear, like, you know, about different projects and stuff that you're working on or knowledge that you want to share to other folks. We got CM Retro Gaming in the house. What's up, CM Retro? Happy Saturday to you. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so like, I was talking about the Doctor Strange movie and my thoughts on it. I really enjoyed the movie, and then I kind of like moved into Thor: Love and Thunder impressions, or like expectations, or any thoughts on the announcements being shared on the movie. And yeah, I am really excited for that movie. Mattia Yopik in the house. What's up, Mattia? I'm catching you at a better time for your folks. Ray looking scary on that thumbnail. Oh yeah, I love making ridiculous thumbnails so more people will click on them. But yeah, thanks for coming by, Mattia. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Let's see. Oh yeah, I feel like a lot of people haven't yet seen Doctor Strange 2, so they might be avoiding spoilers if they can help it, but no big deal. We're just hanging out playing Mario Kart in the meantime. If folks are trying to join as well, just shoot me a Twitter message or something in the chat so I can see that you're trying to join, so I can create the online game. Because right now I'm playing solo. Oh hey Steven, yeah, I just mentioned I'm just playing a solo round right now, but I'm more than happy to open up the online game in just a moment. I'm gonna wrap up this race first. Mike says, thanks, I've been thinking about it. Yeah, that would be awesome, Mike. Yes, so like Sosa's having the Street Fighter the movie The Game tournament later tonight, which sounds really, really cool. I'm gonna definitely catch that. I've been learning more about that game from watching Your Average Gamer and Overthink Gaming's arcade podcasts. So it looks really cool. It looks like it plays really well too. Like, I'm a fan of Mortal Kombat, so it's definitely got that Mortal Kombat, you know, pre-rendered fighter graphics style going on that a lot of games ripped off back in the day. So this game kind of went under the radar for a long time, and I think it's sort of a hidden gem. Like, not many people realize that that movie was adapted for its own game, and the game is actually not bad. Cool. Ruby 900 in the house. Yo, what's up, Rhea? Good to see you, Ruby. Happy Saturday to you. Yeah, I'm gonna have the online aspect on in just a moment. I just wanted to finish up this race. I've got one more track to do. Oh man, so anytime I try to like talk, like, and not just like surface level, oh that's cool, like actually like try to create some sentences, yeah, like it always ends terribly when I'm trying to like play a game at the same time. Show says Mario Kart. Yeah, Show, good to see you. Happy Saturday. Yeah, I was talking about how I am excited to stream some Evercade content because it's going to be part of a review series that I'm working on with Ken from Retro Complex, who is helping me immensely as far as like editing and recording suggestions, because obviously his work is god tier, so I'm getting the best of the best to help me with that. I couldn't be more lucky, to be totally honest. But yeah. Oh god, blue shell, blue shell, blue shell. Aw, rip. Hopefully my red shell redeems me. Oh gosh. Oh, okay, I finished in second place just in time, right when I was about to die. Show says I'll have to follow up on that. Blue shell left my, I know, right when I was, you know, about to take the lead. Cool, so I still got first place. I'm on 150cc, so I think I'm all warmed up so I can actually play online now. Steven, I'm going to open up the online game. Just give me a moment. You can see on screen like what menus I'm going to be navigating through, so you'll know when to jump on. I think I'm gonna pick or keep Dry Bones Bowser. I'm kind of kicking ass with this combo. Dry Bowser, yeah. Dry Bones Bowser. Online play, let's go. Cool, we're gonna go open it up to friends. And folks who do want to play, please just add my friend code. It's in the it's on my Twitter as well as in the description if I'm not mistaken. Steven says, I'm in my warm-up suit ready to win. Oh man, I know you're about to kick my ass, but yeah, let's hope for the best. Let's see. I'm gonna pick 100cc. Ooh, how many races? Let's do 8. Yeah, computer, we'll put it on normal. All items, all that stuff. Looks good. Yes, start race. Let's see, is Steven gonna be Kratos or is he gonna be just regular Steven? Okay, it's regular Steven. I think he's giving me mercy by not being Kratos. He has like 2 me characters that are like either his regular avatar, me, or Kratos. So him being his normal self is encouraging for me. Like I could actually stand a chance. Pick Ninja Hideaway. Cool. Course has been selected. Let's get this bread, gang. Grumble Volcano. Kratos levels. I know, Zero, exactly. God of War comes out if you start sniping me. Oh man, yeah, if I start, you know, hitting you with red shells and stuff, you're not gonna go easy on me anymore. I can only play badly for so long until like I get some good power-ups, and then you get caught in the crossfire of one, and then you have to like annihilate me and just lap me, like now, for example. Oh, you tried to throw a banana in my way? Not so fast. Not today. But yeah, show. Did you see Doctor Strange already, or are you gonna go see it this weekend? I saw that you got this one collection on the Evercade show, the Gallico collection, I think. I didn't get a chance to look up what games are on it, but what are some highlights for you on that cartridge? Show says, well, that won't stop him from red shelling you. Yes, exactly. Everyone wants that gold. I saw it. I loved it. Oh, you loved Doctor Strange too? Yes, I loved it too. Like Guardians, Black Panther, Doctor Strange. Like those are probably like my top 3 favorite MCU IPs or characters, or like yeah, characters. Oh god, I am just like doing terribly right now. Good thing we got some normal computer players on right now who are just like worse than I am. I gotta get some speed boosts in there. Alright, go. Skirt. Oh no, I got caught in the crossfire myself. DL in the house. What's up, DL? Happy Saturday. Oh gosh, I'm just like, I cannot like be a good gamer and a good podcast host at the same time. It's just like impossible. DL says, Multiverse of Madness was sick. Pure Sam Raimi. Evil Dead, Army of Darkness all over it. Yes, exactly, DL. That's what I was saying too. I love Sam Raimi's 80s and 90s work, as well as like his 2000s work too. Like he's just, you know, like the term, and I don't want to sound like I know like anything about movies at all, but like I think it's auteur, just someone who has that like signature like, you know, filmmaking style, whether it be like through their camera techniques, or sorry, their filming techniques, their cinematography, their writing, character acting, visual effects, all that stuff. Yeah, it definitely felt like a Sam Raimi film, and I was very happy with that because I love his work. And of course, his best friend Bruce Campbell was in the movie as Pizza Papa. Love me some Pizza Papa. Absolutely. I posed this question earlier, like, oh, would Pizza Papa be pro pineapple on his pizza pie? And I am thinking, yeah, Pizza Papa is all about, you know, pizza and everything cool, everything that makes pizza like a good experience for whoever. So I'm just like, if pineapple on your pizza is your jam, I think Pizza Papa would be pro whatever is your jam for that hot slice. So yeah. Ami says, yo, I love this map. Oh yeah, the wait, which map? Sorry, I was talking while that comic popped up, Ami. Let's see. Doctor Strange set up a ton of stuff too. I hope America Chavez gets more screen time. Yes, I do too. When she eventually becomes Miss America, that would be awesome. And then seeing her with Miss Marvel too, Kamala Khan, which I am gonna watch. I am gonna definitely watch Miss Marvel. It's a very cute show, or it looks like it's gonna be a very cute show, I should say. Oops. Oof. Rip. My rupees, I dropped them. I'm not super familiar with this map, and I know that sounds like an excuse for like me not playing well, because I don't know how to play this game very well either way, even with like, you know, old ass tracks everyone has been playing for years. Kinky Sphincter in the house. What's up, Kinky? Happy Saturday to you. Ami says the volcano one. Oh yeah, that one's really fun. I was kind of going off track a bunch, but yeah, that one was really cool, especially for Dry Bowser to be whipping around in. Okay, cool. I just barely missed that blue shell. It looks like someone else caught that blue shell for me. Thank you, thank you. And let me just try and get some speed boosts in so I can try and keep... Okay, I just veered off into the green. That's not good. Oh, and there's a banana. Smiley face banana coming to destroy my life. Not gonna happen again, hopefully. And Show says, I was in a theater with young people who didn't see the Evil Dead, who didn't get the Evil Dead references. Aw, those poor children. Yeah, Evil Dead is like the whole reason why, you know, like that movie was made, Multiverse of Madness. I mean, yeah, it would have been made either way, but like, yeah, like the way that we saw it, like that's the whole reason why that movie exists as it does. So yeah, I feel like Evil Dead is kind of essential viewing in a way. But yeah, Evil Dead 1 and 2 and Army of Darkness. Yeah, Army of Darkness. Love me some Bruce Campbell for sure. Ooh, who's gonna catch that blue shell up ahead? Is it gonna be Steven? Oh, wait, nope. I think he pulled back soon enough so that he wouldn't have to get hit, which is very, very smart. I see he's played this game before. Dorkside in the house. What's up, Dorkside? Good to see you. Happy Saturday. Hey, Ray, I hope you're having a great Saturday. Yeah, I am. I'm just sort of chilling. Playing some Mario Kart, talking about some movies I've seen recently, just sort of like the state of the MCU, I guess. I'm pretty optimistic for it. Like, coming off of watching Moon Knight episode 6, I wasn't in like the biggest sort of like, you know, most positive Marvel headspace. I just felt like overwhelmed with a lot of like comic book movies just being what feels like to me being just like constantly shoveled at us to consume and then move on from. Whereas with like movies that I've seen recently that weren't comic book movies, I felt like, yeah, these are like, you know, like solitary experiences that I feel like I can go back to. Whereas with like older Marvel movies, it doesn't always feel like I don't have like the biggest motivation to go back and watch those. Oh, Days Gaming, good to see you. How are you? I wish I was playing Mario Kart. I'm at work. Oh, no problem. Yeah, if you are streaming later, with some of the folks that we hang out with, then yeah, I will come by and say, hey, hope you're doing well. DL says, did anyone see Sam Raimi's Oz the Great and Powerful? I thought it was pretty solid. Yes, DL. Okay, so let's talk about Oz the Great and Powerful, because I actually really enjoyed that movie. I saw it like 3 times in theaters, and you're probably just like, why would you pay money to see that movie 3 times? Like, it would make sense if it's on streaming and you watch it multiple times, but you paying money to see it multiple times is kind of overkill. But the reason I did was because I had different groups of friends who all wanted to see it, like classmates and family members. So it just made sense to go watch it again multiple times with different groups of people. I also did that with Black Panther. But anyway, Oz the Great and Powerful. That was like me early on in my like discovery of film history and learning about it, that I didn't really know too much about Sam Raimi at the time. Like he probably had like a familiar name from like Hercules, Xena, maybe Evil Dead or Army of Darkness at least. I think I was more familiar with Army of Darkness than Evil Dead at the time. And yeah, just basically saying I was still really pretty green as far as like knowing like film history stuff, like I said. So going in to watch Oz the Great and Powerful, I was like, oh, okay, so this is like, you know, a prequel to The Wizard of Oz, basically. Like I could understand that much. And I really liked, and this is like obviously before all like, you know, the kind of gross stuff that James Franco is kind of known for these days. So going in, I was just like, oh yeah, the cast just seems solid, like Mila Kunis and James Franco and a bunch of other cool, like, you know, hip comedic actors and stuff. So I was like, I'm all in. And as far as like the movie itself, yeah, it felt like it had like its comedic moments and like its fantasy adventure moments too, but it also kind of had this self-awareness where like it wasn't like a satire, but it was definitely something that like what is it, like it was self-aware, like as far as like, oh, do you not realize like how ridiculous like what's happening on screen is, like, and then everyone's just like, yeah, I know it's pretty ridiculous, but then like that doesn't stop the story from really bad. Sorry y'all, my internet is like kind of not good. I do have it hardwired, but I did not think that I would disconnect, so I apologize. Let me go ahead and create the room again. Steven says, no, I got booted. Yeah, I'm sorry, it was my bad internet. I was in the middle of talking about Oz the Great and Powerful. Sorry, y'all, that was so weird. Okay, let me try this again. I am so sorry. I swear I have hardwired internet right now. Okay, let me create a room. Okay, cool. Are we live? Okay, cool. Awesome. Sorry, my screen froze, so I wasn't sure if I was live anymore. I'm so sorry about that, y'all. Cool, so I just created the room, and we'll go ahead and start the race. Okay, thank you so much for coming back, Steven. Sorry about that. I know you were gonna win, and you're probably gonna accuse me of cheating by restarting the race, but I swear I didn't mean it on purpose. Cool. Let's see. I want to do Moomoo Meadows. DL says KFC Wi-Fi. I know. I dead ass. Like you caught me. Someone needs to pay the internet bill. Someone, not me. Cool. So just waiting on everyone to suggest a course. and then we could play some more. Okay. Yay, we both voted on Moomoo Meadows. That's what's up. I was like, dude, what's going on with my internet? Moomoo it is. Yeah, Steven, that's what's up. Thank you for picking Moomoo Meadows. Let's get this bread. 1, 2, 3, go. Oh, I missed my boost again. I need to do a tutorial on like how to always like get my boosts in, because it's just not the move. Like to just keep missing them and then having to like start in like 5th place, 6th place or whatever. Yeah, Dry Bowser on like a little toy trike is probably my new favorite right now. Hopefully I don't jump on my own banana or eat it on my own banana. We got Joey in the house. What's up, Joey? Happy Saturday to you. Hope you're doing well. Gosh, I wish more people in all these different communities I'm in had Mario Kart. Or they do. They probably do. They're just at work right now, and then I just have to stream at like these super random ass times. Uh-oh. On it. Alright, who's gonna catch that red shell? Oh, I did. It was me! Oh man, Wario, get out of here. Get out of here! Steven, did you see, Doctor Strange? I know you probably can't reply in the Oh my god! What is happening? My internet, y'all. I am so sorry. This is not cool. What is going on with my internet? Is everyone at home, like, playing Mario Kart at the same time? Gosh. Joey says Doctor Strange was sick. Yes, exactly. I was a big fan. Rayacham, this internet, I know, it's like trash. Steven says, I did see Doctor Strange 2. Did you want to start a voice chat? Oh yeah, Steven, I will ping you the, well, here is the StreamYard. Feel free to hop in. Let's see. I'll pick Toad's Turnpike. Show, I know my internet is garbo, big time. Kong waterfall track. Chris in the house, Bipolar Nobody, Bowser seems OP, I'm just saying. Oh yeah, he's pretty good. Like, if I'm doing okay with them, I'm sure anyone else can as well. Alright, let's get this bread, gang. Part 3 of my internet just dying. 2, 3, go! I'll go ahead and add Steven to the chat. What's up?
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can't now. I'm struggling back here with this technology.
Oh, no problem. I know it's like in the middle of the race, so no pressure.
Okay, my TV's not too loud, is it?
Oh, I can hear it. It's almost as loud as your mic.
Hold on, let me turn it down.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, there, I turned it It's almost all the way off now.
No prob. Sorry, I had to keep an eye on the chat too. Had to delete some spam.
Oh, it's all good. I'm here to take my rightful place at first.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to like moderate the chat and play at the same time. Let's see.
I know you're an expert juggler.
Trying.
So that's why I'm actually winning. It's because you're doing all the legwork.
Oh no, I'm sure it's also your superior skill as well.
No, oh, you're right.
Yeah, you haven't even unleashed Kratos yet.
I know. Yo, the computer was helping you on that Hyrule Circuit. They dropped me back to like 7th place.
Oh yeah, Hyrule Circus was wild.
Yeah, they were out for blood on that one.
Also, for Doctor Strange, what are your thoughts on the movie? You can get into spoilers if you want, since I put up the warning.
I take what I can get from Marvel. Like, I know they're not making the movies I want, so I enjoy them for what they are.
Oh, you're more of a DC guy?
Oh, 100%.
Okay,
but,
cool.
But I love DC and Marvel.
Yeah.
But when Disney took over, their movie formula just completely changed into something bland.
I feel that. I kind of felt that way too. It's like that fatigue of like, oh, time to go watch the new Marvel movie just to like get ready for the next one after it.
Yeah, like if you take your time and go back and watch the first 2 Iron Man movies.
Oh, like right before they acquired the studio?
Yeah, like they wouldn't be able to make those 2 movies today. And they were not even that rough. But there's like, imagine this, there's like a sex scene in Iron Man. You know what I'm saying? Like, or they even reference it. There's nothing like adult. They're just like Saturday morning cartoons to me. I hate to say it like that, but that's how I feel about the Marvel movies.
I mean, you're not wrong as far as like, there were parts in like the beginning of Doctor Strange 2 where the CGI and the action scenes just felt like I was watching like a Saturday morning cartoon almost. It didn't really feel like there was much weight as far as like being a sense of risk and danger, because everyone is just like super agile and strong and smart, so no one ever feels.
No, just somebody dies, they're immediately making jokes in every Marvel film.
I've been disconnected. Okay, my internet is being terrible right now.
Don't worry, I'm here for it.
Okay, I have to change some settings on the stream really quick, and then I'll open up the online game again.
No rush. Well, I'm probably catching slander in the chat for talking bad about the DC or Marvel. Let me look at the chat. When I say DC movies, I mean like Zack Snyder DC movies.
Show saying yikes DC movies though. I mean the recent ones, like you're talking about like the Suicide Squad. You're not a fan of that?
No, I'm like Man of Steel, Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
Zack Snyder's Justice League. That's my stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Are you a fan of the Batman or Joker?
Oh, I love Joker.
Yeah.
The Batman I enjoyed, but I wasn't like once you watch Ben Affleck as Batman, it's those are hard shoes to fill in.
Dorkside sent you a friend request on Switch. I'm always down for Mario Kart. Yeah, let me try and prove that really quick. Hopefully it doesn't disconnect again, which it probably will, but let's see.
Yeah, the more players you bring in, the more stable it'll become. So that's good.
Internet. Paul. Yeah. Does it work? Okay, please wait. Became friends. Okay, cool. Yeah, Dorkside, I think I just approved your friend request, so you're welcome to the race as well. Okay, let me go ahead and reopen it. Show says they need to just fire whoever is managing the DC stuff. So much drama when they have so many good characters and story to pull from. Yeah, exactly. That's what people have been saying for, like, you know, years and years at this point. Yeah. Cool. Create room.
Can you still hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Sorry, I'm just sort of like reading the chat and moderating comments and stuff.
Oh, it's no problem. Well, I'll tell you about the Doctor Strange 2 thing. When they showed that Gargantos, that
internet. I'm sorry, what?
when they showed Gargantos, the bus fight with the lizard or the monster, I immediately thought of like the Hamburglar from McDonald's.
Sorry, can you repeat that? It was probably my internet that was cutting in and out.
I was saying to Doctor Strange, when he fights that Gargantos, that reptilian thing with the eyeball,
Yeah.
it reminded me immediately of the Hamburglar, his eyes. I don't know why, but
It reminded me of Starro. Like when I saw it in the ads before going to the theater, I was like, yeah, it has big Starro vibes.
oh, that's hilarious. I forgot about Starro that fast.
You like blocked it from your memory.
Oh man, and I think they die in the same way now that I think about it.
Yes, yeah, they do. They just get like their eye punctured.
Yeah.
What's up, Lewis, in the chat? Ray is live. I loved Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Yes, I did too. Big fan. Show says they kind of ruined that Gargantos. Oh, the octopus star thing with the big eye. Yeah.
But they didn't ruin anything. He was in the movie for 30 seconds.
So what was there to ruin, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
With disconnected again. Okay, apologies again. Apologies about that. If this happens again, I might just call it a day and try to reset my computer or reset my internet. But let me just try it one more time.
I'll tell you something that works when this is happening is if you just go to the main menu and then like close the whole game and restart the game, sometimes it gets better.
Okay. Let me see what happens after this try, or like this time.
Okay.
Show says it was supposed to be Shuma Gorath, one of the strangest, biggest enemies, and also one of the strongest characters in Marvel. Interesting. Yeah, that character. I'm not too familiar with Doctor Strange overall, but yeah, it was interesting that they were just sort of used as like a random space creature, summoned by Scarlet Witch to retrieve America for America Chavez.
That movie, if you just enjoy it for what it is, great. But if you start really thinking about it, oh, so many problems.
Yes,
If
yeah,
she, like,
exactly.
if she loved her kids so much, why did she send that eyeball Gargantos? Oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to bring the negativity.
No, I appreciate people who are willing to be honest, because this movie is definitely getting mixed reviews. But yeah, like, to your point, if I just enjoy it for like the things that I like about it. So the parts that I really liked the most were not necessarily the story. It was mostly just like the things that reminded me of past Sam Raimi movies that I really liked. So I don't know if that's probably not a good thing, because I'm not really judging the movie for what it is. I'm judging it because of things that I already like. So I'm already biased.
That's 100% true. And
I think that's how they have success, because they remind you of things that you already like. So then by default you end up liking the movie.
yeah, that's kind of that formula that I was mentioning earlier. It's like they really give us the same thing, and we got sprinkles of Sam Raimi here and there.
Yes.
And it was like every time you started getting bored with the Marvel stuff, Sam Raimi would make an Evil Dead reference or something.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. I was like struggling for a couple days to think about, like, I think I liked the movie. I'm just not sure what about the movie I liked outside of things that I like about Sam Raimi.
and I watched Doctor Strange, the first one, the day before I went.
Uh-huh.
And he is so smart in that movie.
Yeah.
And he's like no nonsense. He's all about business. In the Avengers, he was smarter than Tony Stark, and he's telling Tony Stark what's about to go down. Like, I don't give a damn about the boy. And in Doctor Strange 2, he's like cracking jokes about how he doesn't know everything, and like it was such a weird character shift.
Yes, like he had to rely on a lot more characters than he would have otherwise. Like his ex-girlfriend being in one of the multiverses, being like an expert in the multiverse after that Strange in her universe passed away or died or whatever. Yeah, he relied on her a lot.
Exactly. See, look at it. You're picking up what I'm putting down. You already have the pieces.
Well, yeah, it helps that I'm talking about it, because I haven't done a spoiler review panel yet, so I haven't really talked to anyone, like, one-on-one about some of the issues with the movie.
It broke my soul. It's like the first time he realizes there's another Doctor Strange out there. Doctor Strange for the first movie would have went and talked to that guy immediately.
Yes.
He's counting on America Chavez, Christine Palmer, like you said, then the Illuminati, and Professor X has to tell him what to do. Yes. And then when he gets to the safe, he can't open it. Christine Palmer opens it for him.
It was interesting that, well, I don't know if he's multilingual in any of the other movies. I can't remember, but he is not fluent in Spanish in his, like, in the primary universe. But in the other universe, he is. The one where his the multiverse Strange dies, and he actually has to what is the word, take over that body even after it's dead. Like, that Strange was
dreamwalking.
Yes, dreamwalking.
Yeah, Defender Strange was multilingual, and that's one of the things too. They embarrassed him, like, while she's eating the food, that he couldn't speak Spanish, and they're making jokes about how dumb he is. And I was like, what? We're talking about Doctor Strange.
Oh yeah, there's like these sort of like tension breaking moments for humor that are kind of signature for Marvel these days, where it breaks the tension for no reason. I'm supposed to have like a heightened sense of urgency in that moment, but it gets ruined by that joke, or that feels unnecessary. Yeah, Wong and America Chavez just made him look incompetent. It was like, oh, he can't speak Spanish, and can he do spells? Like, and they don't say that, but it's like that's what they're getting at. Like, yeah, what is he good at? What's up, Tony? Good to see you. Yeah, we're talking Doctor Strange. spoilers. So, yeah, like, I love Wong. I hope that he gets more shine in more Marvel movies because he's just a delight to watch on screen.
Oh yeah, he's like he was more Doctor Strange than Doctor Strange was.
Oh yeah, he was what is the term? High
The Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah, Sorcerer Supreme. Yeah.
See, now you're making me think about it again, Rhea. Remember when Doctor Strange is like, that's a fairy tale, and Wong's like, that's not true. And he's like, what do you mean that's not true? And he's like, yeah, when you become the Sorcerer Supreme, you get access to more knowledge. And he was like, dum.
Yes, okay, those are, I kept thinking, okay, let's go get the MacGuffin book. Like, and I get it, like, movies need MacGuffins, but that was just like this one, like, MacGuffin that anyone could have brought up at any time in any other movie just happens to be brought up now, and it happens to exist, and this person knows exactly where it is and how to attain it.
You're right. You know, that's the Star Wars problem. Is as soon as they showed Yoda,
yes,
like destroy that tree with lightning, and it was like, well, wait a minute. If he could do this whole time, then why didn't he just zap the Emperor?
Yes.
Or Kylo Ren or Snoke? Or it's called creating problems like you didn't have before.
Yes.
And when they mentioned the Book of Ashanti, it said it can destroy any enemy that poses a threat.
Yes.
So that means they could have used that book to stop Thanos day one.
Yes, thank you. Okay, and Show says, lol, that's strange, simply isn't multilingual. I'm sure he can learn it though. Oh yeah, like, yeah, Show, that was like sort of just one sort of like quip moment in the movie where it didn't really have to be there, like this, where they try to create brevity in moments of high tension for no reason. That's kind of like the criticism that I think we both agree on, which is part of the Marvel formula.
Yeah, at the expense of his character, they made him look stupid by doing that.
Yes, yeah, exactly, and like in favor of making other characters look more capable. And I don't know if that's really necessary. In fact, I don't agree at all that it's necessary based off of like what we were led to believe of that character or in prior movies. But yeah, Show says they used the Book of Ashanti at the alternate universe to beat Thanos. Oh, okay, that's fair. They just didn't do it in 616. I mean, that's definitely possible. I can see why you would say that and agree that they kind of made him dumber. That's the thing too with like every like since there's so many different multiverses, there's always like a situation where what we're criticizing may have possibly or probably did happen. We just didn't see it in the primary cinematic universe.
And what we've also not said, Rhea, is they can continue to use the Book of Ashanti in the future.
Yes. Right,
so there's
exactly.
actually no threat now.
So wait, so I was a little confused because there's two different books. There's the Book of Ashanti and then there's the Darkhold. And the Darkhold is the one that Scarlet Witch is she's influenced by. She wouldn't have normally been so destructive if it wasn't for the book for the Darkhold's influence, right?
Right.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. So the Book of Ashanti still exists at the end of Doctor Strange, but the Darkhold was destroyed by Scarlet Witch, right?
Yes, the Darkhold and the temple where the book was written from, so nobody else can use it.
The wall inscriptions or whatever that it was transferred from. Okay, cool. Show says, I think what we saw with Doctor Strange being dumber kind of started with the newest Spider-Man movie. Yeah, he is so arrogant. Like, and in the first Doctor Strange movie, he obviously was very arrogant too, but he went through kind of like being humbled by like losing his hands, like his whole career and profession and stuff, and then having to go through training with the original Sorcerer Supreme. So it's kind of weird how like he's back to being like this super arrogant, full of hubris character, which also sort of makes him even dumber. So I don't know if like hubris should make someone dumb or not, but maybe that's the point, to like show why hubris is bad.
Yeah, because in the first one, it was about he had hubris in the ego.
Yes.
And all he thought about was himself. And when the Ancient One sacrifices herself, Because I think she could have saved herself in that hospital, but she didn't. And she was teaching him a lesson about how great he could be in service of others. And so her sacrifice like taught him that.
Show says they basically made Strange the next Tony Stark. They're nerfing him somehow with arrogance. Yeah, that's kind of the trope too. And that, like, sorry to derail a little bit, but like with Mark Spector, like he's super arrogant and like I just feel like there's this like template of like the Marvel protagonist of being just like could be an arrogant that has started with Tony Stark and then just went over to Quill, Strange, and every character after that. Sorry, go ahead. I cut you off.
Nah, I wasn't saying anything of value. But you're exactly right. The only person who isn't like that is my boy Steve Rogers. And
right.
He's gone.
What did you think of the multiverse, the Illuminati that we saw in one of the multiverses?
I was extremely disappointed because these are people in the comics that are powered by Infinity Stones. So she came in there and just disrespected all the top tier characters in Marvel. And I didn't even realize until I saw the credits that Black Bolt is the same guy from the Inhumans TV show.
I looked that up too. I'm just like, who is Black Bolt? Because I never watched Inhumans, and I was like, oh, okay, it's him.
Oh, you did yourself a favor. Thank God you didn't watch that show. But that's twice they've embarrassed that character now. Black Bolt is an amazing character in comics, and they turned Reed Richards into remember those cheese sticks we could get as kids? And
oh yeah,
you
string
could peel
cheese.
Them? Yeah, okay, you know what I'm talking about. You could peel it apart.
It looked like Play-Doh. You know how like those things that you put the Play-Doh into and then it makes noodles from the Play-Doh?
Oh Lord, the mush thing, the compactor.
Yes.
You wild. Yes. Play-Doh.
But do you?
I can smell it now.
Oh, I know. Play-Doh has that distinct smell. But like, are you a fan of John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic, or are you just like whatever?
No, I'm meh on that. Especially after what they did to him. Like
nerfed him or just like disrespected his character basically.
Yeah, just like why would he's so smart? They know about the Scarlet Witch. Why are they like? They know everything, but they did nothing to help us. And then they were going to execute Doctor Strange just for being there.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
I said I didn't want to rag on a movie, but here I am.
No, it's totally fine because now you're making me like more, you're helping me be more objective because I was so excited about the things that this movie, reminded me of, and I wasn't judging it for the actual story content. So talking with you about it is helping me be like, yeah, no, this movie kind of failed on these parts.
It was. And then they brought out my X-Men 97 theme when Professor X rolled out.
Yes.
And then they just broke his neck. I was like, oh my God. I was like, you're breaking my heart, Annie.
Yeah. Show says, who is Black Bolt? Laughing my ass off. Yeah, I did not watch Inhumans, so I had no clue. Not a bad question, actually. Yes, exactly. For people who didn't watch Inhumans. Show says, doesn't mean he can't come back. Also, they made that Mr. Fantastic look a bit older. Keep in mind that Illuminati is an alternate universe. Yes, Derek, we are telling spoilers. Sorry. I tried to put that in the thumbnail and the... I don't think I put it in the title though, so sorry about that.
I don't disagree with your friend who commented. What I'm saying is, in the Illuminati, we know they're all powered by Infinity Stones.
Yeah.
Like they all have one each, and that's what makes them powerful. So they would know that the Scarlet Witch is coming there. They would have known the Doctor Strange is coming, and there would have been no fight that happened like that. They would have just ended it. And so that's what's disappointing is, like you said, nerfing. They gave us something to smile at, and then they immediately took it away.
Do you think that Illuminati and that multiverse saw Strange using the Darkhold and using it to go and be with Christine instead of using it to save the universe?
I don't know, because
it's so hard to say, because it's like possibly, like any possibility is now possible because of multiverse, but specifically in that multiverse.
To answer your question about that specific multiverse, is the problem is Christine was smarter than the Illuminati, so she knew it, and there was some reason why the Doctor Strange couldn't stay there. Oh yeah, because it would cause a bleed. That's what they said. And so he told that Christine he loved her, and he loves her across all multiverses, which was a great line. You know, probably read that somewhere in one of my diaries. It was a great line.
Show mentioned in the movie they didn't have the Infinity Stones, so is that something that sort of nerfs them in this movie to be defeated so easily?
Yeah, that's why I was saying they shouldn't have even had them, because the Illuminati in the comics is this powerful group that make all the decisions that normal heroes can't make, the fate of universes, and they all hold an Infinity Stone. And so for them to remove that and then put them in the movie, it just made no sense. It was like, just don't call them the Illuminati. Have them be just, you know, whatever you want to call them.
Oh, okay. I understand what you're saying. Like, specifically the Illuminati are powered by the Infinity Stones. So to have them without it is just, you know, them as normal heroes, like in a group.
Yes.
Not the Illuminati.
Yeah, exactly. So they used the Infinity Stones to make all these decisions across the multiverse. So that's why I said they would have known the Strange was coming. They would have knew the Scarlet Witch was coming. They would have known ahead of time and handled it. And nobody would have known. These guys were just like, should we tell them we're going to have a trial? A trial? You're the Illuminati. But let me get off the story so much complaining and tell you what really hurt my heart. Was after seeing Doctor Strange and I think it was Infinity War, where he fought Thanos and used like all the spells. That was amazing. And I was like, okay, there's my comic Doctor Strange. And I'm like, since they did all this for him in this movie, when he gets his next movie, he's gonna know more spells. It's gonna be more OP. And that did not happen.
Yeah.
He used magic on such a small level.
Yes.
And there was nothing exciting about it.
It was mostly like, we saw America Chavez demonstrate her power while she was still trying to, you know, wield it, or learning how to wield it, which was really cool. But I still feel like it's one of those powers that are just like, you could literally like escape at any point. And she's also like super strong and can manipulate time and space, obviously. So I was a little skeptical as far as like, okay, what is she weak against then, you know?
Yeah. Like, I don't know what to explain. Like, she's a better version of Captain Marvel, I'll tell you that. Captain Marvel's super boring. At least America Chavez, she's quippy and had a personality.
Yes, yeah. I was pleasantly surprised by her character because not really knowing anything about her, I didn't have any expectations. So yeah, going from like 0 expectations to now like being pleasantly surprised was like a huge jump. I think that's why I'm like willing to be so forgiving to the movie, because I wasn't even really excited to see it. So going from like 0 excitement to like, hey, that wasn't that bad. It was actually pretty good. Blah 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 blah. Like, yeah.
That was entertaining.
Oh, sorry.
It was entertaining.
Just remember, multiverse means infinite possibilities. Got to stop looking at it from the comic perspective. They were just a group they slapped together with the name. Yes, exactly, and that's the problem that Steven pointed out. Like, they should have just called them like some sort of like alliance of heroes or something like that, because like Illuminati is like specifically like about the Infinity Stones. As far as like what you're saying, right, Steven?
Oh, exactly, 100%. Like, that is such a straw man argument to say stop thinking about the comics. If I need to stop thinking about the comics, don't call it Doctor Strange.
Oh dang! I mean,
that's like making a movie about music, about pianos, and they're playing violins. say, don't think about it like that. Stop thinking about music that it came from. But wait, a violin and a piano are different.
Oh, dang.
So that argument doesn't hold water. Yes, if you're going to make the comic book movie, source it from the material.
Joe says, no, that's a straw man argument. Oh my gosh. Okay, it sucks because you're both making sense. So I'm just like, I agree with both of you. But we can only judge the product that we were given.
Okay, I'll tell you why he's wrong. Why mine isn't a straw man is because one is true and one is not. So if you adapt something, of course you can take liberties and changes to the structure of the story to make it fit your medium.
Yes.
But that does not mean you change the thing entirely. That's why mine is not a straw man. So when you're changing something entirely is when you're saying the Illuminati is powered by the Infinity Gems and they have knowledge across the multiverse. But then all of a sudden they don't in a movie and you call them the Illuminati. That's not the same thing anymore.
Show says you don't have to stop thinking about it like that. The only thing that ties these things together are the characters and their powers. Why not? It's a multiverse. See, that's the struggle I have, because like the multiverse is making it so that what am I supposed to, what has weight? Like facts are meaningless, basically.
You're right, and just I don't mean to interrupt you, but this is something that DC does that Marvel doesn't in the films that makes it so more credible. Is, for instance, in the DC has what they call the Omniverse, where they recognize that they recognize that Marvel, DC, Image Comics, everything exists.
Oh, okay.
In the Omniverse, and the thing is that established though across the Omniverse, Superman is always number one. He's the source of heroes. He's the original. And he's from Krypton. He's Clark Kent, Martha and Jonathan Kent, all that stuff. It's the same across the Omniverse, no matter what.
And like Batman's DC has that, okay?
Yeah. And Bruce Wayne's parents always get killed in Crime Alley. Like, there are things that are non-adjustable that Marvel makes adjustments to.
Got it.
And the thing that Fox movies did was like they kept Magneto, for instance, a man that comes from World War II. Mm-hmm. So, but if he comes to Marvel proper, I don't think they'll do that. I don't think they'll have him come from a Nazi concentration camp anymore.
Do you think he's like too old, or do you think they'll like freeze him and then bring him back into modern world or modern day? Like, if they would?
I think because it's too controversial for Marvel to do. And they don't like touching on those subjects. And that's why when Marvel was at Fox, they could do that with those movies, those X-Men movies.
I mean, wasn't Red Skull like a Nazi collaborator or like Nazi adjacent?
Remember, he immediately dismisses Hitler in like the first scene he's in. And he says,
okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot.
He's like Hydra is the business. So they don't want to touch on that stuff.
Or maybe an infinite number of groups with a group not called Illuminati. But they explicitly call themselves the Illuminati in the multiverse where we are introduced to them. Cap has been older before they de-age him. Yeah, I mean, I do hear what Steven is saying though, because in every universe, in the multiverse, Doctor Strange is Doctor Strange. Like, he goes through getting his hands broken and going through, the training with the Sorcerer Supreme and yada yada yada. Yet in this multiverse, where we're introduced to the Illuminati, they are not wielders of Infinity Stones, nor are they able to stop Scarlet Witch, or they don't have the foresight to do so. They consider Doctor Strange in that universe a threat because he could potentially attain the I forget the name of the book, the Necronomicon. Sorry, I forget the name
of it. The Necronomicon.
Yes, the Darkhold. And they're wrong. They're dead wrong in like that judgment in that multiverse. So despite that, Yeah, I do hear what Steven is saying. Like, they should have known that, like, because they are the Illuminati and who the Illuminati is in the source material. Yeah, there's no reason why they shouldn't have saw that coming. Anyway, go ahead, Steven.
And Rhea, and here's the biggest mystery is obviously they did see it coming because only the Illuminati was on Titan. Remember when they killed Thanos?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
When Professor X was showing Doctor Strange like the history of what happened
Yes.
to their Doctor Strange, they're on Titan.
Mm-hmm.
The Illuminati is. Only the Illuminati.
Yes.
And they killed Thanos. So obviously in that universe, the Infinity Stones exist and they had control over them because how did they get to Titan?
Oh, that is such a good plot hole question. Oh my god.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
explain that
they,
show.
They created problems that didn't need to be created for their own movie.
Wow. What's up, Hominus? Show says, if you watch What If series, you'll see Doctor Stranges who always have to witness Christine Palmer die. Does that mean Christine will always die? I mean, not necessarily, because like we saw that, you know, Stranges in one multiverse can die in another multiverse, yet that doesn't impact any other Strange in any other multiverse.
Yeah, and she said the what's her name? The Ancient One says in that cartoon that you can't alter fixed points no matter what you do. He wasn't changing the multiverse. He kept adjusting time and changing his approach, trying to save her. So he was still on the same Earth. He didn't.
Oh, he wasn't traveling the multiverse. He was in the same universe. Got it.
He just kept
time. Yes.
Yeah, he kept using the time style over and over and over.
Show says, I don't know, Mr. Fantastic is pretty brilliant. What I'm saying is that there are too many possibilities which have various effects. Yes, and Show, that's why I'm saying, like, I agree with both of you. But what Steven is saying, too, is that, like, in this specific multiverse, this Illuminati, like, that's a huge plot hole. Like, they had access to the Infinity Stones, yet they do not possess them in the trial, nor do they use them to foresee Scarlet Witch being the threat in that multiverse. I didn't realize, though, that the Infinity Stones allow people to see the future or have that level of foresight, though.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you can, like, see through time, right? So one of them would have been able to see it. Okay.
I robbed your friend Dorkside. I want to apologize. He was right at the finish line, and I sniped him. Oh Lord, that was horrible. I'm sorry, but I had to do it.
I don't think I'll agree. It's all good though. Yeah, it's all good. This is like really getting my brain jogging, so I appreciate it. Because I want to have more discussions on the movie, like in the next like few days or so. But yeah, did you watch Moon Knight?
I did.
What did you think of it?
It's not my Moon Knight, but that's what Marvel does to me.
Dude, like, okay, so I didn't know anything about Moon Knight, so I would be reading like Wikipedia articles or news articles about like differences between Moon Knight and the source material, and I'm just like, yeah, they changed hella shit. If I had read this, I would be pissed. Like, if I had read the comics, I would be pissed off.
And I'm 42, so I grew up on the 80s Moon Knight, and that is not Mark Spector. Like, I was like, okay. But that's what Marvel does to me. That's what I said. I've accepted what they give me when you first asked me.
Like, who pisses you off more, DC or Marvel these days?
Well, I have bias. DC does because I'm ready to restore the Snyderverse. Like, you're more emotionally invested in that. Oh, because those movies are filled with rich, deep history of mythology and character development and stakes.
Yes, I agree.
And there's payoff in those films.
Yes,
and there's so much information.
And there's loss, there's risk, there's, there's emotional depth. There's not breaks in tension for unnecessary brevity. Absolutely not. And there's so much information in them, it creates rewatchability. Yes. And what the cable companies through their streaming apps revealed a couple of years ago was it was like Batman v Superman. They were talking about was like one of the highest streamed films, and they were saying Marvel films
even after Disney Plus, don't even crack the top 10 because nobody rewatches them.
Yes.
They like watch them and they're just disposable. People are watching on that list. It was like Batman v Superman was up there because it has so much information and story and depth to it. There's so many layers you can peel that onion, and people just like to joke on it because of a line they think is stupid. The Martha scene.
Why did you say that name? I mean, I get it, it's a meme, but like, yeah, that's not like a big.
It's not a credible argument.
Yeah.
Because you know who did it just a few months later was Captain America, when he was like, "Bucky's alive," and the other. Do you remember when he fought the other Captain America in the Avengers? When they went back in time in the second, it was Endgame.
I'm drawing a blank, but anyway, I'm listening.
Okay, in Endgame, they go back in time to New York to like the Battle of the Chitauri or whatever, and the other Captain America sees them, and they start fighting, and they come to like a stalemate, and Captain America's choking them out, and he's like, "Bucky's alive," and he's like, "Why did you say that name?" And he's like. But DC gets ragged on for that moment. Yes. But Marvel gets 100% pass. There's such a bias against DC for telling great stories. It's fanboyism.
Ami says, "This is getting my brain jogging, Rhea, 2022. I'm imagining your brain running on a treadmill because of this conversation." Oh, yeah. This is helping me a lot because I don't really get to think critically about these comic book movies unless, like, I'm talking to someone else. So, yeah. Steven is bringing up some really good points. And even though I'm not, like, a big expert on the source material like he is, he's breaking it down in a way that even a normie like me can understand. What's up, Create Karma? Good to see you. Cool. So yeah, back to Moon Knight. So you watched the entire series, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, cool. So I know you said that it's not your Moon Knight. You read the source material from the 80s. So as far as I'm told, the source material is a lot more gory or a lot more bloody and violent. And I don't know if that's like a gripe that you had with the series or if there was just, you know, other like interpretive elements of how they showed Mark and Steven and later on Jake and Mr. Knight and Moon Knight and Khonshu and other stuff that you had criticism for.
He's just 100% not a comedian. And that's what offends me about most of Marvel media is everything is a joke.
Yeah. Thanks for coming by.
It is. And the girl could be your cousin. Who's that girl that's in the series? Is her name Rhea? No, it's Layla.
Oh yeah, Layla. She is Palestinian Egyptian, I think.
I loved her. Her character was. She acted more like Moon Knight than Moon Knight. So there's my assessment.
I'm kind of upset that she's her own character or her own hero, Scarlet Scarab, and not like a Moon Knight or not a avatar for Khonshu instead of Mark Spector.
You want her to become the avatar?
It would have been cool to see her don the suit at least once, you know. And
100%.
Yeah, then she could have like been her own thing, Scarlet Scarab later on, which I would have been fine with. That's just my one gripe because they kept alluding to it like, oh, Khonshu wants her to be the next his next avatar, blah 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 blah. So I'm like, okay, clearly we're gonna get a scene with her in the suit, right? And we never did.
Yeah, it was funny because they built it up so much in that last episode. I thought it was gonna happen.
Yeah, that confrontation between her and Khonshu, where he's just like, yeah, I need an avatar. Like, are you willing to be that for me? And she's just like, no, I would never agree to do that. And I'm just like, come on, do it. Save your husband.
I know. She's like, no.
Okay, so this is where I was confused too because Khonshu was like, oh, we need to bring Steven back to life. But neither one of them did anything to bring him back to life. He just sort of woke up like after choosing to leave the Field of Reeds and going back to help Mark chose to leave the Field of Reeds to go and save Steven. And then that brought them back to life in the real world. So Khonshu and Layla didn't really do anything, even though they said that they were going to do that.
Okay, so I can explain that. It's easy to forget, though. It's because there's a brief moment. That dude, Steven, makes a deal with Khonshu to bring them back to life, as long as they free him at the end of it.
Wait, sorry, who made a deal?
Steven.
Oh, I didn't catch that part because Steven fell off of the boat and became frozen in sand. So I didn't realize that he made a deal to come back to life.
Well, it was in that last episode. He becomes the business suit Moon Knight.
Oh, Mr. Knight, yeah.
Yeah, and he makes the deal to free them after they defeat that girl Ahmet.
Oh, okay. I think I remember that. Yes, okay.
That's why I said it's easy to forget because it happens so fast. And then at the end, you find out that the cab driver, Jake Lockley,
Yes.
made another deal with Khonshu while they were sleeping. That's why he was tied up to the bed again at the end. And there was sand everywhere.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That went way over my head. I only watched the episode once, so...
That's what I'm saying. It's everything happened so fast. It was just like...
The episode was like 40 minutes long. It was over before I even realized it.
Because they were doing so much. They had a kaiju fight. They had a street fight.
Oh yeah, with Layla in her Scarlet Scarab outfit.
Oh yeah. I think I have a crush on Layla. Thinking about it.
Oh yeah, she's wonderful. So I was hoping that there would be some sort of payoff about her being frustrated with Mark and Steven, and her basically putting her life on hold while Mark decided to run away from her and deal with being an avatar for Khonshu on his own, but that never really happened. They never really had that emotional confrontation that I was hoping that they would have.
You're not wrong. And what about the love triangle? They set that up and they gave no payoff. Does she love Steven or does she love her husband?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, there was no payoff there. What's up, Slanko? Happy Saturday to you. Yes, that's a really good point. What did you think of Arthur Harrow?
I really have no opinion of him. He was nice and sweaty. I know that much.
He did sweat a lot. Yeah.
He tried to get that girl to kill him 5 times, and she's like, "No, I'm not gonna kill you yet."
Oh yeah, Amit. Yes. Yeah.
He was doing his best to get killed.
He really did not want to be her avatar. He was like, "No, please. There are so many other people around the world more worthy and ready to fight for you."
Yeah.
Yeah. I made a comment about how after watching The Northman, I don't know if you've seen The Northman, but I can't take Ethan Hawke in Moon Knight seriously anymore. It just sort of broke the immersion for me. Everything about Moon Knight was just camp compared to Northman, which is just raw, gritty cinema. It was amazing.
I didn't know he was in that film.
Yeah, he played the king.
Oh, I gotta go see that movie.
Yeah, he was only
Is it good? That's what I should ask you first.
Yes, yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, if you, for all the reasons that you said that you love Zack Snyder's DC content, yeah, everyone who is in the same boat as you loves The Northman, but also folks who just needed a break from comic book movies in general. Oh. Yeah, it just was such a breath of fresh air.
Good. Have you seen the movie Troy? I'm sure you have.
Believe it or not, I haven't. I'm familiar with it though.
Oh Lord, with Brad Pitt.
Yeah, I never saw it. I know it came out in the early 2000s though, with like Colin
Okay.
Farrell. Yeah.
How about Gladiator then?
Yeah, the Russell Crowe movie. Yes, from like 1999 or whatever.
Yes.
Yes.
So
yeah.
how you were talking about the looking at somebody differently?
Mhm.
Like I have that experience with those two movies, but let's talk about Gladiator. Remember Commodus, right? The Joker, Joaquin Phoenix.
Yes,
He played
yeah.
Commodus.
Mhm.
I couldn't look at that actor the same for like 20 years after I saw that movie because I hated him so much from that film.
Oh, yeah, when a character is like so good at playing a villain, that's basically all you see them as. Yeah.
Yeah, it is Despicable One.
Yes.
When he stabbed Maximus at the end when they were getting armored up to cheat.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Tim's talk. I would definitely recommend The Northman for sure. Like, even without comparing it to how exhausting it feels like comic book movies are these days, it as just a standalone product is amazing. It's beautifully shot, well written. If you're familiar with the Shakespeare play Hamlet, or even just Lion King, because Lion King is essentially Hamlet. The Northman is based off of this North folklore that essentially inspired or potentially inspired Hamlet. So yeah, just going into that, this to set your expectations for what the story is going to be like.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready to see it now. I didn't know it was based off some source material and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll say something about the comic book fatigue stuff.
Sure. Yeah, I want to hear your thoughts.
I actually enjoy having. Now I'm second guessing myself. I don't even know if I want to say it because I don't know if I believe it now. After what I just said about Doctor Strange, but we used to get all these TV shows like what was it? You had Heroes. You had some show with the guy from the Shield. He had the Fantastic Four family.
Yes.
They had all these shows that were superhero shows, but they weren't superheroes.
Yes.
And so it was like,
Heroes
just
came out
do
like
the
right
dang-
before like this huge comic book movie blow up too.
Yeah, so you get what I'm saying. Like they had a ton of this material already on TV. They just weren't calling them superheroes.
Yes. Yeah, I remember that. It was like early 2000s and stuff, like, and even like the shows like Smallville, for example, like I don't remember it really being considered like a superhero show, like, you know.
You're right.
That dude Vince, yeah, starting to get a bit burnt out with comic book movies. I think it's because of the volume that they're coming out these days, and with a lot of my friends on the internet being part of the pop culture community or discussion community, I kind of feel pressure to keep up with them. So I'm kind of compelled to be in this constant state of burnout. There also were new characters without a ton of source material to have to dance around. Yeah. I think Vince is commenting on how you were saying shows like the ones in the 2000s that weren't necessarily considered superhero shows. They didn't have source material that you felt that you needed to be prerequisite before you enjoy it, you know?
Yeah.
Tim's talk says superhero films used to be like event films. Now they kind of lost their glimmer because of how much we get them now. Yes, exactly. That's why, like, I try not to have too many expectations going into them because I just know that ultimately just another product getting me ready for the next product. At least like with Marvel films. Like, yeah, that's kind of the state of Marvel entertainment now. Everything just leads into something else. So.
Did your showing of Doctor Strange show the Avatar preview?
Yes.
I was surprised. I was not expecting to see a trailer for that.
Oh yeah. I knew going in that that there would be an Avatar trailer because people were saying that after it came out online that it would be coming out in the Doctor Strange movie as well. So.
Look at Rhea up on all. Rhea's on. She's up to date.
I try to be like. like, because I've been trying to like be on more panels and talk to more people and like network and stuff, so I have to like be on top of my game so I'm not embarrassing people who invite me on their show.
Oh yeah, I was totally surprised. I was like, what?
Are you a fan of Avatar, the first movie?
Oh, I love that movie. Love it.
So like, I first saw it like not in theaters, so the impact was not as strong as someone who might have seen it like in IMAX with all like, you know, the visual effects like fully pristine and in their optimum format. So that's why it didn't really hit me like it did everyone else as far as like seeing Avatar as this show-stopping like IP. So that's why I was like surprised that there's so much excitement for this series to continue, even though it came out like over 10 years ago at this point.
Yeah, it was an event thing. I saw it on IMAX in 3D, and I'm a big like connoisseur of 3D. Like I watched Doctor Strange Part 1 the other day, I told you. I watched it in 3D at home.
You have 3D on your TV at home?
Oh yeah, I got my 70-inch, and I have like blacked out walls. I have a like a home theater set up.
Oh my God.
And I had friends over and we watched it. I have 4 pair of 3D glasses, and we watched it.
Oh,
so that was an event film, that first Avatar. So I understand why watching it at home it probably wasn't as good.
Oh yeah, so yeah, I don't tend to watch movies like in 3D, so that's kind of why I was like a little skeptical on how good of a film Avatar is in and of itself, or if it's just like, you know, heralded because of its visual effects. But Steven, I think you can probably speak to this more. Is Avatar more of like a visual, you know, spectacular for you, or do you actually like the narrative and the story and stuff?
Oh, I love the narrative, but it was filmed in 3D, number one, so it was intended to be seen in 3D. That's what makes that movie good, as opposed to something that's just converted. Mm-hmm. But that film gives me all of the things I love about movies. They have the military aspects. I'm a retired veteran. I love the military part. Yeah. There's a love story. Everybody loves a good 80s love story. I come from the 80s. And then there's the part about nature and saving the planet, and also class issues.
Yeah. So
it deals with like very heavy topics and in a great way. And not only are do they do the action things I love, but they have freaking mech suits. Like, when do we get good mech suit movies?
Hardly ever.
I know, like we got that what's that movie with Idris Elba? Pacific Rim, like.
Yeah.
But that was more of a kaiju movie. It wasn't like mech. And
right.
I'm a child of the 80s, so that thing just gave me everything I love.
See, I love Pacific Rim. I haven't seen the one, the sequel yet, but
with John Boyega.
Yes, yeah, I haven't seen that one yet, but I love the original Pacific Rim.
Oh, I like that in 3D. I love that movie.
Yeah, I hope that they do some sort of soft reboot or something, because I don't know what happened with the second movie. I hear that it's not as good. I would like to still see it though, because I'm a fan of John Boyega, and I'm like, it can't be that bad. Like, I don't know, maybe because the first Pacific Rim was so good.
It was. You got me thinking about Charlie Hunnam now. He was in that movie.
Oh, yeah, he was.
He was in that King Arthur remake by Guy Ritchie. Did you see that movie?
No, I haven't seen it. I kind of want to see it now because, yeah, after seeing The Northman, I kind of want to see these fantasy folklore movies now, or see more of these.
I'm going to tell you, don't listen to the haters. That movie is great.
I think a lot of people really enjoyed it, who did see it. But yeah.
And it was one of the most awesome portrayals of the Black Knight that I've ever seen in the King Arthur legend. It was great.
That dude Vince says, I love me some Pacific Rim 2. That dude Vince says, to me, Avatar is live action Ferngully. I thought it was live action Pocahontas. But yeah.
There's so many examples of that, but the message is still important. I don't care how many times they remake it. It's like, yo, don't judge a people based on what they look like and nonsense. It's sad that we have to keep making films like this.
Yes, with the same like underlying story. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I will see Avatar. I definitely want to see Avatar: The Way of the Water. I want to see the original Avatar if they re-release it in theaters, like right before the new one. I think that will help me get acclimated, because I missed out on that experience all those years ago.
Man, you're full of good ideas. I hadn't even considered that. That is, re-release the film.
Yeah. Cheeseland.
Oh, you chose my kryptonite. I hate that stage.
Oh, I just picked it because I'm hungry. Cheeseland.
These pits on the track, these cheese pits. Oh, we got Paris Promenade. Never mind.
Oh yeah, see, you're good.
I'm choosing these new stages for you.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
It's in the title, so I'm choosing these tracks for you. Yeah, if they re-release that, I'll go see that again if they re-release it in the theater.
In your opinion, how is IMAX and 3D different from where it was at 10 years ago? If there's even a difference anymore?
No, the technology is the same, but the biggest thing is the type of projection and the screens used. So you want laser projectors, and they have I don't know how to explain it. The types of screens they use, the reflectability and everything can affect the contrast and everything like that. So choosing a good theater is very important to your experience.
I was curious too, if Avatar would look better, on modern screens than it did 13 years ago. Because I'm sure you probably are watching it on a different television than you did when you bought it on home release all those years ago originally. So has your viewing experience for it changed as technology's changed for home viewing?
I do have a newer TV. I have a 70-inch Sharp Aquos 3D, and it's a full HD 3D, which most TVs aren't. I have active shutter glasses. These, oh my God. I pay for a high-end. I have 4 pairs. I've spent about $60 on my glasses a piece. So you get what you pay for the better experience, but it's worth it. But the films, as long as they're filmed in 3D, that's what really counts. So the movie Tron, I love Tron. Damn, I'm saying I love it and I can't think of the damn name. Tron Legacy.
Oh yeah,
and,
yeah.
That movie is also filmed in 3D, and it is amazing. Still to this day.
But yeah, I know I do want to see Avatar, but yeah, I just kind of wanted to give a background of why I'm not 100% convinced of what the hype is around it. Because when my first impression of it was not in the format that it was designed for. So yeah, I would definitely pay to see it in theaters though, before seeing Way of the Water,
yeah.
Whatever the second one is.
If you like those elements I talked about, it's a war film, it's a nature film, it's a love story, and it's also a Japanese mech suit battle.
Nice.
With it's technology versus nature when the war starts.
What is the name?
Oh, I was just saying Avatar, that movie. If you like those elements, then you'll like Avatar.
Oh, okay, I see. Got it. Yes, I love all those things. Let me see. I'll pick a newer track, and then are you cool to call it a day after this last race?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for hanging out.
Sorry to talk your ear off. I know you got a show to run.
No, it's all good. Yeah, you hung in there even after chat being bombarded with trolls and then me going offline several times. Like, yeah, thank you for being a trooper.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know I haven't even looked at you. I didn't know your chat was being trolled. Who comes to troll you? Who comes to troll Ray of the Sunshine?
Dude, like, that's the question I'm trying to figure out. I'm just like, who even knows my channel exists in order to troll it?
I mean, if anybody should be getting flamed, it should be me. I'm the one slandering Marvel movies up in here. Not you.
No, dude, I'm agreeing with a lot of the points you're making. I like, even as someone who's just like very casually like into the products. Yeah. But yeah, I am I'm not sure if you're I don't know if like excited is the right word for Thor: Love and Thunder, because like I said, it just feels like another product I have to go watch in order to critique it. But are you planning to see that, or are you just gonna wait for like home release or something like that?
I'm gonna go see it because I feel like an abused partner. Like, even though I don't like Marvel's not my cup of tea, like I have to support it, because if we don't support it, then it goes away.
That's
and so
true.
It's like, you know, it's
better than nothing, basically.
Yeah. It's one of those things.
Arkham Gaming, what's up, Arkham? I tried Avatar. I could never get into it. I think it's overrated. That's why I just don't care for the second one. No, so like after talking with Steven, I kind of like understand that I never felt compelled to be a fan of Avatar because of how I was introduced to it, or how I first saw the material. So I will go out of my way to see it in its most optimized format in order to see what the hype's about. Vince says, I gave Doctor Strange 2 a 6.5 through 7. I love Raimi, but it felt like more of a Raimi movie than an MCU movie. For being the multiverse of madness, it didn't involve enough multiverse. Yeah, that's totally fair. There was only like, we were only introduced to like a few multiverses, to be totally honest, and it was definitely a Sam Raimi movie, but as far as the story being cohesive and compelling, or feeling like there were actual stakes, I can't really say that that was the case. And also, Steven, you did point out some pretty jarring plot holes as well, as far as like the Illuminati like having access to the Infinity Stones yet not using them to foresee what the events that would take place in their universe or in their multiverse.
Right.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Like I said, if I just enjoy it as a Saturday morning cartoon, I'm fine. And that's how I like when I go see Thor: Love and Thunder. That's how I'm thinking about it. Is I'm just gonna go get some enjoyment. Don't think too hard about it, because I have other films, the Snyder films, that do have depth and conversation about them. These films don't. That's my take.
Yeah, folks are pretty much on the page of like, yeah, the movie is enjoyable for sure, but there was definitely content that was taken out, or content that just didn't make sense. But yeah, this has been a fun stream and convo. Thank you so much for hanging out with me while we talked about the movies and stuff. It's been really cool.
Thanks for hanging out, Rhea.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and play the outro, and thank you again to Steven for playing Mario Kart with me. And yeah, we'll catch y'all later. All right, take care. Bye.